Mr. Newman, to our little e-learning discussion video over Take the A Train. So, just a general description. I really thought it was like that totally like classic jazz. I mean, like it definitely was kind of like surprising, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it was kind of like, it was jazz.
Like it was like the basic, like old classic when jazz was just first a thing, like
Yeah.
jazzy jazz. And I mean that's not really surprising considering it's from like Duke Ellington, but I didn't know it was from Duke Ellington. And if I had known that, then I would have been like, oh yeah. But like honestly, our band, like, we did not get the style of that at all.
No.
Like we were not ready. It was definitely like way not that modern jazz. It was definitely like laid back, like the kind of stuff you'd expect to hear at like a live restaurant kind of stuff. I'd say.
If I do like this song, and I really hope we do play it for the band because it is fun. But the thing we do need to work on is we need to get that style because it's completely different than anything we've really played before. I think we've done some Duke Ellington in the past, but even then I don't think we really got the style down because it's just such a pure jazz thing.
Yeah, because he did Duke of Earl, right?
Did he? No.
No.
It was something we played last year out of the book, I think.
Yeah, alright. So, as far as like how it made me feel, it was definitely like laid back, but still really exciting. Like, it's almost like the type of thing that I'd be sitting down at a restaurant, really laid back, but all the old people would be getting up and dancing. And, and like I get like really into it, really excited, but I'd still be laid back.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the music itself is exciting, but it just kind of makes you chill, It's like it's food for the soul.
You right. You're not wrong. As far as impressions goes, like obviously I was really surprised, but even more so when the vocals came in. Like I was not expecting that at all. And so I was pretty impressed with the piece. I did not see the vocals coming, but it really fit. And I'm not, like, once I heard it, I was like, yeah, like, this is how it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd never heard this song before outside of us playing it, and I had absolutely no idea that there were vocals. And I don't know, like, it fit, and it made sense, and I liked it. And the style was so, like, I don't know, it's jazz.
Kind of like, almost like a light, Like,
yeah.
kind of like staccato-y, accenty.
Yeah.
Woo. And then, alright, so I'll just take a minute to try and describe it to you. Alright, so I'd say it's definitely like if a band came into a restaurant and started playing, this is what you would hear. And I don't mean like some Italian restaurant. I just mean like some like kind of like finer dining restaurant, like kind of like you would go into New York and kind of go to.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously like the little kids would get up and dance, and like the really old folk that had been like married for 60 years would get up and dance. And then, I just kind of sit there and listen. It's like that really old jazz. It's just, when you think jazz and like Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington, like this is what you get.
Yeah, I like that description, but I think I would describe it just a little differently. More of like a smoky bar kind of thing. Like you walk in and everyone's just kind of chilling. You got the band up front on the stage. Everyone's just kind of sitting there, eating their food, drinking their drink, smoking a cigar. It's just it's like a nighttime New York, neon lights outside kind of thing to me. It's very like calm and just kind of I don't know what it means, but
No, but I got it. I got you. All right, so we both have our little 5 words written out separately, so let's see what we got.
all right.
So, my first one was jazz. Like, I mean, because it is that jazz.
It is.
It really is. And I mean, it's not the most interesting musical term, but it definitely is one that describes this whole piece.
Yeah, for sure. And my first one was dynamics because, oh man, they got dynamics down, and oh man, we do not.
I put dynamics too. Like, the dynamics almost like carry the piece.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they just played it one dynamic the whole time, I would have gotten bored after like the first like half minute, but no, they got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, my next one was Allegro. You know, kind of like that fast-ish, like 120 tempo, maybe a little bit slower than that, but it's definitely got that bounce, that fast feel.
Yeah, I also have tempo marking here, but it's allegretto / moderato because I don't think it was that fast. It didn't feel that fast. The bass line maybe was it felt that fast, but the lyrics were so laid back and almost kind of felt like it pushed it back a little bit.
I can see that, yeah. And then I had style, but like with the style, I had like staccatos, accents.
I had the same thing.
Even like shorter accents, yeah. I mean, like, it was just like so light and bouncy. You would expect like almost like a quick step ballroom dancing to it or something like that.
Yeah. So I also have for one of mine just kind of like it was bluesy almost, not so much towards the end, but in the beginning, when the like right as the singer comes out and starts singing, it almost reminded me of more like modern blues, kind of how you can feel like how the more modern blues kind of takes from that.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. And then for my last one, I had instrumentation, and you know, I had that one because like it's so heavily brass at the beginning, right? And then all of a sudden the vocals come in, and eventually it just ends up with like a little bit of drums and like all vocals. And so like the instrumentation played a big part, but sometimes it just like the instruments would just drop out and they'd have just the vocals, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. For my last one, I have the theatrics and more specifically the horn pops, because I know we've tried to do this before, but it's only Thomas and John. But anyway, it was you could tell they were getting into it by how they were moving and how they were feeling the music, you know?
Yeah, and almost like kind of got the listener into it just by watching the music video.
Mm-hmm. It really put like their emotion into it, and you could tell it was a passion.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, thanks for listening, Mr. Newman. Hope you don't mind that there was two of us, but yeah, thanks for letting us do the video. It was a great time, man.
Yeah.